Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Hey, good morning. All right, so first of all, because it's been, well, we saw everybody yesterday, but we have to do our recap of the Super Bowl.
Oh, see, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch any of it?
No.
Because, like, who won?
Nope. I didn't know that.
I always want to say the Buccaneers, but it's not the Buccaneers. It's the other
either
one.
Eagles or Chiefs.
Chiefs won.
Chiefs won. I think that was the rated.
Everyone going to win. Everybody thought. Well, it was kind of funny because all of our women were going, "Oh, I love football and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it."
I know. I do too. I have to say, I was a huge football fan. Loved it. Watched all the time. And then when the whole kneeling thing happened, it rubbed me the wrong way. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because I have so many military men in my family that I felt like, gosh, and then that kind of...
I mean, I think that I
kind of lost my love a little bit.
I understand what they
were doing,
are fighting for, and I support all of that. But not by offending someone else. Yeah, that's never the way to do it. Is to offend, especially offend a veteran
who gives them the right to play football and make millions of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
I feel like if they have trouble making that kind of money, that maybe we should give that kind of money to first responders. Yeah. To the nurses who are still in healthcare even after COVID. Yeah. The firemen, the police officers, the police dogs. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so then that kind of lost my love a little bit, and I kind of didn't watch as much. And then having kids, not having real TV, always watching, something animated. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as easy to get football on. But we have now, we're subscribed to something, Hulu or something that gives us real TV. Oh. But I don't even know what it's called. I haven't
sports, and that's a free channel.
Oh, okay.
So, because I downloaded it, so I could watch it. I wasn't really watching it. I wasn't watching a couple times I'd sit and watch a play or whatever because I happened to be in the room or whatever. But
so I did hear though the Kansas City Chiefs, they have like some good dancers.
Yes,
do they?
I did see that, and it was affecting me because I thought that was considered now. See, I can't keep track of what is politically correct and what isn't, but I thought that they weren't supposed to do their little dance anymore.
I thought
that was considered rude because they were totally doing it
in the end zone.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I don't know. So you didn't make enough money that $15,000 fine.
I know, and who cares?
Whatever.
Who doesn't do that? I love the little touchdown dance.
I think they were good dances. I think if you chuck the football off the ground, if you're doing something provocative,
losers.
Yeah,
that's probably
I think that's something. But if you're just busting a groove,
they were just dancing.
Because I've seen those. I think everyone was ready to see all of their skills. I think they were more anticipating those than their Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah, because I did see the dancing.
They got some dance
liked it, but I just thought they weren't supposed to because I thought that I had seen some other football game where they were
fined left and right,
because they were unnecessary
sportsmanship
celebration or whatever it was. But so then you didn't see the halftime show.
I didn't. I heard very mixed things.
Well,
so some people didn't like her dancing because she was 8 months pregnant.
She didn't dance.
People said it was boring because she didn't have any celebrity come sing with me's. All I had to say, if she was singing and she was Super Bowl halftime, 8 months pregnant, go you.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. As somebody who watched it, here's what the deal is that she wasn't dancing very much because she was pregnant.
She's going to shake that baby right out.
Yeah. So that didn't bother me so much. But and she didn't do any
wardrobe changes?
No. Same reason. And that wasn't such a big deal, And I think she has a beautiful voice. I don't know that I always like all of her music. It's a little too, for me. Yeah. But I think she's really, really talented, and she's a beautiful woman and all of that. But here's the funny thing about it. she kept grabbing herself.
That's what Denise said, and I saw some of the people
like that at all.
That they didn't like
it wasn't
seeing that.
just. I mean, plus she did other things after she grabbed herself that I thought was kind of weird. So that was my only thing. Is I thought, oh, we don't need to see that. I think sometimes men do it if they're like adjusting things or whatever. I don't know why they do it, but I don't know any reason why a woman has to do it. I think it's just a real inappropriate thing, and I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, that was my whole thing. Is I thought, I don't know. 49 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It was long. Halftime. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was that. So commercials then. You didn't see any commercials?
Nah. Denise did tell me there were no Clydesdale commercials.
There was no Clydesdale commercials.
Bummer. I am a fan of Budweiser commercials.
Yeah, there wasn't any Clydesdale commercials. And there were some good ones, but what it did is it made me want to go back and watch some of the other old ones. So I found on YouTube the top 10 commercials from 2018. The top 10 from 2019, whatever. Yeah. So it made me...
I saw the article about the Tubi commercial, the Tubi. It's a free app on smart TVs. That one's all of the talk because everybody thought their kid grabbed the remote. Because apparently it was some like sports thing, and then the bottom bar of your selecting, like you can go to Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever, you can scan through your apps, that popped up, and everyone freaked out thinking the kids had the remote and we're going to change the channel from the Super Bowl. So that smart marketing for everybody to all of a sudden look at the TV and think, where's the remote? What is happening? That is not, I think that's pretty smart. Yeah. Get someone's attention enough to think, oh, something's wrong. Because I bet we watched it. Yeah. What is happening? Where's the remote here? What happened? To find out. It was just a Tubi commercial.
Yeah.
So yeah. So no, aftermath stuff, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just a football game. I don't know, but we're not, World Series, and we like the Olympics. We'll kind of watch some of the things.
Winter Olympics are my favorite.
Yeah, we like that. But other than that, sports are just not, unless we like youth sports. We like to go and watch when
high school sports.
Yeah, we like that kind of thing. But I don't know, we've just not ever been part of that. So anyway, nice that Super Bowl came and went, and I hope your team won. And people liked the recipes, and then lots of comments about that, and then they added some of their own little take on that, which was kind of good. So we did some different things, and I found a new one that I made that was kind of fun, and it was what I was telling Wyatt about last night, and we're going to make it again, but it's like this crispy, like a tater tot thing, and it's the easiest thing ever. And all it is you just, how you like chop up your potatoes and then you fry your potatoes with a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper in your potatoes, like you're just making fried potatoes, right?
Sure.
So then you're frying your potatoes for about 10 minutes or whatever. And while you're doing that, you mix, let's have to think about this. It is 1 egg, 2 cups of flour, and a half cup of beer. You stir it all up, and then you cover it for about 10 minutes while your potatoes are cooking, and that causes that little yeasty in the, right? It causes it to kind of bubble and do whatever, and then you take it off, and then you take your potatoes out, kind of pat them, put them on a paper towel, get a little bit of that grease off, dump them in that stuff, stir it all up, and then in your pan, you add a little bit more oil in there, and then by spoonfuls, you drop this breaded potato in these little bites in the oil, and then you flip them, and they come out. You almost don't know what they are, because it kind of tastes like a tater tot, but it has a little different taste to it, and it's really good.
So could you air fry your potato before you dunk and fry?
I wondered about that, and I thought, how could I air fry that? Because I use my air fryer for everything, and I think you probably could air fry the whole thing. I almost think you could even bake those potatoes on parchment for that second step. I think you could probably do that. You could make it a little bit healthier, and you could also add whatever seasoning, if you really wanted it to be a little bit spicier.
Cheesy tat.
A little cheesy, yeah. You could do a couple other things to it if you wanted to, but I thought for just a little base, and then we dipped it in, bad stuff, and
of course.
In Tracy's tzatziki.
That stuff,
good. Oh my gosh, that stuff is so good. But anyway, that was another kind of a fun, just a simple one that I thought, I'm going to try that. And then we tried it. It was really, really good. It was kind of interesting, but I liked it. But anyway, it's always about the food.
Good.
And then another just a little tidbit of is that you were talking about last week about Pan.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, there's this brand new movie out of
it. Wasn't brand new. I texted Mom because I couldn't stop thinking about it. No, 2015. It wasn't new. It was just new to me at that moment for 10 minutes.
I watched it.
I still have not watched it.
It is not a kid's movie.
No.
It is not. I don't think. I mean, maybe for some kids, but your kids in
maybe
particular,
older ones. Because I think Eliza and Aline were in the room with me. I swear it had to have been during Christmas.
I think Eliza would like it, and I think Aline would. But for your kids in particular, especially Wyatt, there was a lot of bullying. I mean, even the nuns were bullying the kids are bullying the kids, the pirates were super mean, and there was a lot of that going on, and I think that, Wyatt doesn't like that kind of stuff, but the rest of it was actually pretty good. What it was, if you haven't seen it yet, and it's kind of a funny thing because I always feel funny about the whole recommending movies. Joanne recommends movies all the time, and she's very, very good, and so I think, well, would I recommend it? Okay, well, if you watch like 2 movies a week and you're just looking for something good, I recommend you watch it. It's good enough. If you are limited on how many movies you watch, I would not recommend it because there's other way better ones. But it was entertaining, and what it was how Peter Pan came to be Peter Pan.
Oh, before Pan.
The before Pan. How it's his background and why he's the boy that never grows up, and where the Lost Boys came in, how Captain Hook became Captain Hook. You'd be interested to know that Captain Hook and Pan started out as best friends.
Ooh.
And so, sort of interesting.
So I do remember also, again, I don't know who the guy is, but there's one of the guys who is very Indiana Jones inspired. I feel like the hat, some of his skill moves is so inspired by Indiana Jones. Did you think
in that movie?
Yeah.
That was Hook.
Oh, that's Hook?
That's him.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just kept giggling because and Robert's like, "What's so funny?" It's like he's Indiana Jones. He's acting like Indiana Jones. Do you know that there's a
new Indiana Jones?
Yes, and who's
him?
Harrison Ford is playing Indiana Jones?
I think he is.
Oh.
Do you think it's somebody else? No, I think it's Harrison Ford.
Maybe it is. I would totally watch that. I love some good Harrison Ford.
I love Indiana. I know.
And I love Indiana Jones. I love the whole
I love all of that. Well, what was really funny is Indiana Jones was super popular back in the 90s, of course, and I don't know how many, was there 6 of them or whatever, and we watched them all the time. We loved all of that. And it was fun because Dad's birthday, so I would take the kids, like, well, let's go shopping for Pa and, buy him presents or whatever. And everybody, that was what they got. He got an Indiana Jones hat.
And a whip.
And a whip. And a great big knife.
Yeah.
How nice that you see your dad as Indiana Jones.
He's an adventurer. No. But
I know. It's nice that you see him that way. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, there's a new Indiana. I saw like the commercial for it, and then I haven't same as you, I don't have enough TV to follow all of that. I need to figure all of that out, but see when that is. And I think I would go to the theater to see that. But now with CGI, I mean, it was pretty good before.
Right.
In the 90s. Now it's going to be crazy.
Really good. Dang.
Yeah, super crazy. So we'll have to figure out when that's playing. So anyway, that'll be
cool.
Good. And then what else? Oh, and then so if you haven't been watching TV or anything, we try not to talk much about the news because, we're all about having fun and we don't want to get all crazy about anything. But do you know about the weather balloons that we've been shooting down?
Yes.
And now
who's sending them out?
Well, that's the funny thing is that
the little video
supposedly was China who was doing it. Now China absolutely adamantly denies it, and so now everyone has decided that it's aliens.
Oh,
we're shooting down aliens.
Yeah,
so it's been.
I've seen some of the pictures that are being released. Now, if they're true or not, I have no idea, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
maybe they're just
we need to call
things.
We have an insider that works.
He's not going to tell you.
He is not going to tell us anything. Mm-mm. No, he's not going to.
I mean, I could call him, but you're more like...
Yeah. We need to get him over.
Every time I see him, I ask him, and he's like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's not an answer. I don't think I know about that. Yes, you do.
You could tell me.
I told him, all I need. I'll come to your funeral. I'll cry. I'll take care of your babies. I'll take care of Noon. But leave me a letter. A burn after reading letter. I have some questions.
Right.
He's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll never tell.
No.
One thing that's funny, I think we've talked about him before. One thing that's funny is he and no one in his family carries a cell phone.
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't like that we have one either.
He can log in and listen to and watch anyone. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is just give him the number or the name.
He knows things.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. And he said it's not even that hard to do.
Right. Well, if Alexa can do it.
Well, Alexa can totally do it. And Siri and everyone else. And anyway.
That we're shopping for a
I of course, I know, right? I know. I, of course, have no secrets, so it totally doesn't matter to me. But if it matters to you, don't carry that phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? What other catch-up stuff? Okay, so yesterday was Valentine's Day, and we had our Galentine presents that we opened, and maybe you've already been over and you've checked out Chris O'Neill and Yvette to see what they thought of ours. That was like super fun, and
that was really fun.
Yeah, we'll plan something else kind of fun with them. So we did that, and yesterday was also Tracy's birthday. And that's the other funny thing is that we haven't been talking so much about what day to celebrate or whatever because it's February. February is our family birthday month.
Do you know that's also the month that is
the least birthdays? Yeah, the least birthdays of the year.
It's February.
And
that's like all of us.
I know, all of us. It's funny because it starts out, I have a niece whose birthday is the 4th, and then my sister's birthday is the 5th, Jordan's birthday is the 8th, John Heinrich's birthday is the 9th, Tracy's is the 14th. Mm-hmm. Today is my brother-in-law's birthday. Robert's birthday is the 18th. Mine is the 19th. Who are we missing? My grandmother's was the 15th. What's today?
I think yours ends the barrage.
Does mine end the massive birthdays? Yeah, lots of February birthdays, and so
which is I thought was funny when they were saying on the radio that it's the least birthdays. Like, I beg to differ.
yeah, and then I think November is our second highest.
And November is on top 5 least birthdays also.
Funny,
which is weird. I don't know. Just depends on the family, I guess. But November we have it packed too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, funny, but we do know. It's kind of funny, the celebratory day today. There was some kind of funny ones. Today is the National Recognition Day for single people. So I guess yesterday is when you were supposed to have a sweetheart and celebrate with a sweetheart. And today is, if you're single, today's your day. So that's kind of fun. And then the other thing is it was National Gumdrop Day.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
It's also World Hippo Day.
Who doesn't love a good hippo?
Right.
I mean, they're a little sketchy.
They will kill you.
Uh-huh. And they're a lot faster than they look.
Yeah.
But they're good to see from afar.
Yeah. And it's also Susan B. Anthony's birthday.
Okay. It's a good birthday.
Yeah, and it was another food. There was something else. It seems like it was like Caramel Day or something. You'd think I would remember.
Butterscotch.
Oh, Butterscotch Day.
Butterscotch.
Right. Yeah, it's Butterscotch Day. Yeah. Pa's favorite milkshake.
Butterscotch. Yep.
He's still. Yeah. Last night after we went out for dinner last night for Valentine's Day, so all of us went out, and afterwards Dad went for ice cream.
Of course.
He says, "You want one?" No.
Well, how much is this?
So full.
How much is his milkshakes now?
$6.50.
Dang.
For a little one.
You can get a gallon of ice cream for that.
I know. You know what I think I might get for him for his birthday is an ice cream maker. Now they have like some sort of it's not all of the rock salt, all of the, like the one.
Yeah, well I have a Cuisinart one that you freeze the bowl. And then once the bowl's frozen, you add whatever you want to it and you put it in there and you turn it on. And it does its own thing.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Because he talks about, he says the PUD, he works down at Wanapum Dam, and the workers went together and bought an ice cream maker. And he said it's like crazy, like he cannot
get enough.
No.
Did he take a picture?
Well, I assume if, 5 people had to go in and buy it, I assume it's large, and
he
we
needs
don't want that.
Yeah, probably.
But if there is some sort of like a tabletop one, counter. I mean, not that I want to necessarily encourage him eating ice cream every day, but he does anyway. He eats ice cream every day.
Him and his dog.
He and the dog, which is why Lordy, dairy farts. That dog. Because dogs are naturally lactose intolerant, but he does not care.
Lizzie wants it.
She wants it.
Give her some lactate. Good.
And they know when they pull up. They know well, here's the one for your dog, and they give her a little.
Yeah, the Barb and Ed's gives the cutest little baby ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't even have to pay for it.
We had we'd asked for the little baby ones and normal size ones for us, and like what and they kind of like be funny. It's like I have 2 kids back there. Oh, do you want a No, I want 3 licks and a bite.
Dog size.
That's all I want. 3 licks and a bite. Oh, okay. Wanted a cup? No, they really want the cone. So, but Lil, the baby one,
tiny.
I'd never seen them before, except when we went there. Mm-hmm. It's cute.
Their ice cream is good. He likes their ice cream a lot.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Yeah.
We went to Walmart Monday night. We just needed a stamp pad. So Mom, we used to do a whole bunch of stamping and stuff when I was growing up. And I have all of her stamps. And I couldn't find the to and from for Valentines for the kids. So I thought, I'll just cut a square but construction paper. I'll have them write their name and they can pull a heart stamp because I had a bunch of heart stamps. But I didn't have like a pink pad. I had green and black and some other colors. Well, let's just go to Walmart. I'll get an ink pad. Oh my goodness. It's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. Everyone who lives in Ephrata is at Walmart. Down the Valentines. Yeah. It's like, this is crazy. And it is like this a mad dash. It's like, I got mine like, 3 weeks ago. Just because as soon as it comes out, it doesn't matter. You're going to pay either now or you're going to have to fight later or not find what you need. And, Wyatt has 19 kids in his class. Harper has 18 kids in her little daycare room. So it's like, that's a lot of things. And I opted to just do, play things. So Wyatt, his favorite thing, every time they call tiger tickets. That when you get good, you do good, you get rewarded. And on Friday, you can turn your tiger tickets in for toys. He spends all of his tiger tickets on pencil sharpeners and pencils.
He does love pencil sharpeners.
That's all he does. Is
when he comes down here, he
just
sharpens pencil.
He doesn't want to use the pencil that's sharp. He just wants to sharpen it to nothing.
He wants to whittle down that wood.
So I did a Valentine's Day pencil and a pencil sharpener and like a little stretchy toy thing or whatever, because I was kind of anticipating that they were going to say no candy, but they didn't. But they're going to think I'm one of them cool moms that don't give my kids candy. But
we do.
But yeah, I was super surprised. There is no ink, so I got some really cheap ink. And it's funny, I ended up going back into the closet and getting just a green one because the ink pad wasn't good. A huge difference. And I know your ink pad, your FabriChat ink pad is probably 15 years, if not more. And this brand new ink pad from Walmart, night and day different. That brand new sealed, acid-free, fancy. No, yours was great. The Walmart one
that's what I was going to say. The Walmart one was horrible.
Oh my god, hardly worked. Why I could just tap it and then it had this beautiful green heart, and Harper was struggling. It's like, this is it matters.
It does.
It doesn't even if it's something as simple as an ink pad. I was surprised, but
yeah.
I was also surprised all the last minute shoppers. It's like, shame on you guys with your cart full of hearts.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess, and it makes sense if it's hard to surprise somebody. You can leave it in the car. I mean, I don't know. I have hidey holes all over my house. I can hide stuff.
Well, yeah, I think that's what happens is you buy your Valentine's candy and then you eat it and then you have to go back for more. It's the same thing with Halloween candy. People start buying their Halloween candy on October 1st and then, oh no.
They gotta get more.
Now I have to go get more. And then, again, we have a small town, not a lot of shopping, and it's all gone. Yeah. Every Halloween for the past, I don't know how many years, we run out of Halloween candy.
Well, and 2 weeks ago? She went to the store to get candies to put into Chris and Yvette's things. They didn't have any conversation hearts.
No conversation hearts.
Anyway, in boxes, loose.
And those, I mean, I love those.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were gone so fast.
No. I did
because those are my least favorite, so obviously they're still on the shelves.
I couldn't find any. And that was it was when we sent right.
Yeah, I mean, ample time, because I was just surprised.
I think we found Dove chocolates was what we gave them, wasn't it?
And York patties in heart shapes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so, I was just surprised. But
yeah,
and also surprised. I mean, I should know, being, a quilter, that Price does matter. I mean, you can go cheap if you want to, but it's not as good. And I was just surprised by even 15-year-old stamp was fantastic. That brand new stuff was cheap. Yeah, I need my $6 back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But I was surprised. I mean, I never looked for stamps. There's nothing for stamping. It's all stencil and paint. And that weird, funny, like, design your own shirt glue in a tube thing. So I don't know. I was just learn something every day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, and in other good news, little Miss has been smiling.
Yes.
And chattering.
She's finding her voice. She's got to keep up with her sister.
Yeah, so that's super fun. So maybe tonight with box opening, maybe she'll be...
We'll get a smile out of her.
Smiling. At the moment, she's sleepy. So
yeah, she's
we'll
sleepy.
See what happens, but we'll see what she's doing tonight. And then the other thing is, I suppose I should just go ahead and mention, I thought I'd wait until the very last, is to mention that, because so many people keep emailing and texting and asking, and I don't know if I've even told you yet, but Brother Kitty passed away.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did, dang it. But he, it was Sunday night, actually, was when he passed away. But what had happened was he was doing fine. I mean, fine in that, lots of snuggles, lots of petting, and he wasn't eating great, but he was enjoying what he was getting to eat. And he kept wanting to go outside, and so I'd let him outside, and he would just go out, and I had kind of a little spot for him, because he used to climb the trees, and he would climb up and he would get up on the roof,
right,
and he would watch things on. He wasn't doing any of that, so he was out there. And then what had happened on Saturday is he was outside and kind of sitting there and kind of just enjoying the fresh air. It was a beautiful day. And then I was doing things, and then I went and checked on him, and it hadn't been very long, maybe 15-20 minutes, and all of a sudden he was gone. Gone, not there.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh no. So I looked around, couldn't find him anywhere, looked, and I kept asking Lizzie, who was out there too,
where'd your cat go?
Where did the cat go? And she kept looking over towards Daisy House. That's our second retreat center, and it's across the alley. And so I walked over there a couple times, and she'd walk with me. And anyway, couldn't find him. And then all afternoon, I'd go out and I'd look again and couldn't find him, and thought, well, I think that's sometimes what happens, is maybe when they think that they're ready. And so then Dad had come home, and he went out and looked also, and we couldn't find him. And then he came back in, and it was kind of sad, because at probably like 9 o'clock at night, Pa says, he's not coming back, is he? And I said, no, I don't think he is. I mean, I think he's looking for a spot, and I think that's what they do, is they just kind of want to be off by themselves. And we did worry a little bit, because it was really cold, and we thought, gosh, you just don't want him to be uncomfortable. I mean, that was the whole point, is that. And so then we kind of settled in or whatever, and then for some reason, and I had went outside a couple of times and checked, and for some reason it was late. It was like 11 o'clock. I think Dad forgot to lock something, or something else happened, and he went outside. He came back in, and he's carrying him.
That's the cat. Oh, wow.
And he says, look who was out there. And I said, oh my God, where was he? And he said he was sitting on the rug right by the back door. And he was fine,
tired, cold, yeah.
And I thought, oh, that made me feel better, because you just don't want somebody to be...
Yeah.
The whole idea of hospice and nurses that have... I mean, there's nobody in the hospital, nobody in the nursing home, nobody more important than that person who, has a couple of hours left. You just want to make sure that every single need is met, and that everything is okay. So we brought him back in, and he was okay, and, he went to sleep and ate a little bit, and he was fine, glad to be back in. And Sunday seemed fine. There wasn't anything weird. And then all of a sudden, Sunday night, he did not feel good. He didn't want to be held so much. He was over, that really soft, fluffy rug over by the chair. She wanted to be over there, kind of under the chair. And I thought, oh, okay. So I sat there and, kind of just, to kind of keep an eye on him. And what was really sweet, I think is probably the only word I can think of, is Lizzie. She,
Well, I bet an animal knows.
I think the animals know what's happening, because the cats kept kind of coming to kind of check on him, and the cats, how cats are, it's kind of like, they were just checking, and it was all okay. But Lizzie wanted to bring him toys and would lay there and wanted to be right next to him, and Lizzie was super, super sweet. But anyway, so he, it was very peaceful, and anyway, it was, but anyway, so, and we're okay. It's a funny thing that, both Pa and I cried for a longer than I think we should have, but I think that what happens is it's that same thing even with people, that, that when you know that it's coming, you know that it's going to happen, you kind of prepare yourself, and near the end it's like, you don't want any discomfort or anything, and so it really is, I think, a much better thing than taking him in and having the shot, or a car accident, or getting hit by a car or whatever. I think that it was probably a little bit easier, knowing that his last month, right? Yeah. That it was nice and pleasant, and he just a sweet cat, just not enough time with us, but here's the other weird thing that happens, and so this is just a really strange thing, but so Soap Lake, tiny little town, we have 1,100 as our population. A lot of you guys have been there, and we've got a fairly large Ukrainian population, and we have a very large population of poverty. I think we're at 63% poverty level in Soap Lake. But the other thing that happens is we have a fair number of mental health people that whether they're homeless people or people who have places but they wander around kind of all night or whatever. And I think the reason people have asked before, even local people from Ephrata and Quincy, what it is about Soap Lake. And I think it's because they're safe there. No one is going to pick on you. If you are wandering around covered in a blanket, there's a gal now she's always wearing that blanket. No one's going to pick on her. No one's going to bother her. No one's going to,
think it's super strange or...
No. Yeah. Everybody will help everybody. It's just a pleasant little community. And so we often have... there's a lot of that there. Well, there's this one gal. Do you know who I mean when I talk about Mary?
Yes.
So there's one gal
that's the one that's always singing.
Always singing. Yeah. It's not her real name, but it's what she told me her name was one day, so I call her Mary, but that's not what her name is. But anyway, so I always say hi, Mary, and she sings at the top of her lungs all the time. She's really skinny. She walks constantly, and people
and like speed walks, like speed walks. She's booking it somewhere.
She walks very, very fast, and she's always carrying something. So she always has. It could be a ball she found. It could be a plastic bottle. It could be a stick. But she always has something in her hand that she's fiddling with when she's walking and twirling it or, doing whatever with. And she doesn't really... She's singing. And it might be words to a song you might recognize, but typically it's not. But she doesn't really... I'll say hi to her and she'll say hi back, but she doesn't really have like a conversation with you, so much. Well, anyway, Monday... afternoon, she was walking by, and I just said, hi, Mary, and she was singing or whatever, and then I turned around and all of a sudden she's like standing like behind me, and I kind of startled from it, and I thought, because she doesn't usually stop, and she says to me, did you lose a cat?
Oh.
And I thought, what? And I said, yeah. She says, you did? Well, I have him. And I said, no, wait, what? And she says, I have your cat. And I said, no, what do you mean? And she says, well, did you lose one? And I said, well, we have a cat that passed away. And she says, if you lost one, I found a kitten. And I said, oh, no, it's not my cat. Well, I have a cat for you. And I said, no.
Wait.
No. And so we talked for a few minutes, and the funny thing was, it was a 100% normal conversation. 100% normal conversation, every bit of it, every bit of it. Good eye contact, good everything. And
wow.
then she walked away, and I said, no, I'm, not interested in a kitten, but thank you for thinking of me or whatever. But I thought, don't you just wonder sometimes what brings people together like that? And for her at that moment to say...
About a cat.
Did you lose a cat? And I don't know. So then after she left, I thought, maybe I was supposed to take that cat. Maybe that was and then I thought, no, pretty sure I'm not. I'm going to really get in trouble if I did. So I was pretty sure it wasn't. But I thought it was just so startling at that moment for her to say that to me, to say, to ask that. It was less than 24 hours later for her to ask me that. So I thought it was strange. But anyway, who knows? Who knows what happens and who brings who together. But
right.
Anyway, so that's well,
I'm glad he at least lived a year, almost 2 years as an inside cat like he always wanted.
Yeah, as an inside cat.
A luxury life.
Don't you think because I kept saying he was 2, but I really think he was 3.
I think it was probably closer to 3.
I think he was closer to 3, and he had the lap of luxury for a while.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
Which was well deserved, apparently. He was always meant to be in.
Yeah.
He just couldn't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet little cutie.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right. So, let's talk about the quote behind us. And this is what fabric?
This is Rendezvous. So we showed you Rendezvous Sunday. We had Denise's quilt that we showed you. And then Marge was watching it. And this is the quilt she made out of Rendezvous. This is my stash buster. When we were talking about when we got it, it looks like her library in her room. So she had made this for the back of her couch in her library. Mm-hmm. So she just thought since we showed Denise's that you guys might like to see the same fabric in a different pattern.
We love Three Sisters. We love their design. And this pattern, this was Brianna's very first pattern, Stash Buster. She wrote this when she was very young. And it's really, really a nice, simple pattern because all it is it's 12-inch squares. And you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know if you can see, but Marge picked out a couple of different ones all over pieces
which I like.
To make it doesn't have to be one because here's 1, 2. And then there is rail fence block with a big one. And then there's a 4 patch with a smaller rail fence block. Mm-hmm. But there's 7 blocks total, 7 different styles of blocks. And all of them are super simple to put together. A real easy way to use up fabric that you just think is just really pretty, and you don't want any teeny tiny little pieces, and you really want to be able to see the fabric. So
yeah, it's a really fun pattern to do for someone graduating and you want to do a t-shirt quilt, but maybe only have a handful of t-shirts. It's a really fun one because you can just put some of those big blocks can be a t-shirt. Some of the little blocks can be part of a t-shirt. Yeah. And you don't have to have, 25 t-shirts to cut up. You can cut up, 4, 5.
Because any of these blocks can be anything you want it to be. It can be something in a panel. It can be, you can mix
an orphan block. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then if you remember, this one was the one, right?
Yeah, this was Denise's. This was Chloe.
Denise made. Chloe. Mm-hmm. And did we get these patterns in?
Yeah, I think I have 4 of them.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of half square triangles and blue background. Because I think the pattern has a white background on it and something kind of bright.
Yeah, I think so.
A little bit of really nice.
But, yeah. Super cool.
All right, and then let's see. Anything else that was critical that we need to mention before we think about mentioning it tonight?
Oh, not that comes to mind.
I think it's really funny. The Valentines thing this morning, and then yesterday morning, we were texting both Yvette and Chris and trying to synchronize the time that we were going to release the video yesterday for Valentine's Day. And it was so sweet because both of them, did you see what both of them were doing? Yvette was having her nails done. And, no, wait, I have that wrong. Chris was having her nails done, was having a manicure, and Yvette was having her hair done.
That's great, though.
Yeah, that's what that they went out and they had a gals day.
Gals day. That's
we
great.
Should do that more often.
Yeah,
we don't ever.
we should.
I never. And people have said before, it's like you should have manicure. Why? this is what my hands always.
Well, and then some people tell you they love that you just even in videos. That's just
it's who I am.
It's always been. Yeah. She used to when she was in the medical world. You used to do your nails all the time.
I did, but yeah. And I think it's just a different life. You know,
what you
I did
had
then,
little people
and
at
now.
home. I get it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need 45 minutes just by yourself.
Yeah. Well, and also what I do, I mean, I clean a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I garden a lot.
Yeah, and fake nails is just a waste of them. Yeah. In medical, I guess that's all you did is you wake up, you go see some people, and come home.
Yeah. Well, and you had to dress different, and I wore high heels every day.
And tights.
Nylons.
Nylons, yeah. Wicked.
You can hide a whole lot with those nylons, I'm telling you.
Oh, you got a tan. Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, nylons and high heels. But,
yeah. I know Harper's been asking to get her hair cut, so her and I might have to go see Patty.
It's funny that she wants to get her hair cut.
Well, Wyatt gets his cut a lot. Oh, and she doesn't know why she can't get one, too. And it's like, well, we can't do the same cut, and Lord knows it wouldn't look good if I did it, so. But she thought it was pretty good, because we were talking about, well, I don't want anyone else to cut my hair. And I said, well, we'll go see Patty. She does my hair. Oh, yeah, but no. And I said, well, she has purple hair. Oh. I said, yeah, she's really cool. She's the one who gave Mom pink hair. Oh. So I said, can we go see Patty? Yeah, she can cut my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go and have nails done, too. We should see what
I think
Eliza
she'd like
wants
that,
to do, too, and just go have a little girls' day.
Yeah.
Eliza and Brittany and you and Harper and me.
Just, yeah.
Oh, and I suppose Aurora would want to go, maybe.
Yeah. They could just get their little toes done, or whatever's. And then, sit and play together. They'd keep each other occupied.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, girls' day. Yeah, Yvette and Chris have inspired me. It's like, gosh, both of them.
I know.
Are off doing.
We should do that more often. I don't think we do that.
We don't ever
hamper. We don't.
I don't know why.
No. Yeah. Steve Roberts, well, you should do that. It's like, yeah, I know, but find the time. Find 2 hours. A couple.
Because you have a gift certificate to spend from Lori.
From Lori, yeah.
Yeah. One, it was very sweet. It was a baby gift. So one was a big gift certificate for dinner out, so she didn't have to cook, and one was a spa day just for you.
Yeah. And I haven't decided if I want to do nails, hair, or there's a really good facial place. She moved to Moses Lake, but I don't know. So many options.
So many options. All right, you guys. I think that's probably about it. So it was kind of good to chat, kind of catch up a little bit, and we'll see you tonight. So are they going to see us at 5:00?
Yeah,
they were super excited last time.
Oh, I know. You guys were celebrating. It was great. So I do think you're right. Whoever told us in the comments that Wednesday YouTube does some sort of a thingy
reboot.
Yeah, I think it's totally right, because when we pre-recorded everything like we're doing today, and I was able to get everything uploaded before midnight, before 12:01 Wednesday, and everything went super fine. Not 12 hours.
Minutes.
Yeah. So I think you're right. So Wednesday, there's something happening. So I edit everything, put everything up, and then Wednesday I plug in all of the new product and do all of that. So, yeah. So I don't know. There's a thing that happens Wednesdays that we were unaware of until now. It's not my internet or our internet. No. It's just Wednesdays.
Hump day.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. So we will see you at 5:00.
We'll be there. All right. Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.